Hey, good morning out there from Moonshine Radio. Thought we'd thought we'd get a hold of everybody this morning and see how you're doing, see if you're out of church, see what you got to say. What we'd like to do is over on the Moonshine Radio Facebook page. If you get a chance, go on there and send us a message, put down some things you'd like to hear about. Put your name down so we can get you on the list so you can get onto the broadcast. We'd like to get a bunch of people on at one time and have a little fun with it. So that's how we're going to handle that deal. And hopefully we'll have a good time with it too. So, well, here we go. Okay. Uh, have you seen any of Mark Hatfield's videos yet? Well, if you haven't, take a look. He's got he really has some interesting points there on the government, Americans, kind of how we're getting left behind in this whole immigration and Muslim thing. And he has some interesting comments on both of those. So I tune into his page and see what he has going on. Another thing is Tennessee Thumper Stills, Rick Gibson. Now, he's going to be offering some copper thumpers too, in gallon, half gallon, 2 gallon, so on and so forth. For anybody that wants that type of system that kind of replicates the fruit jar setup that he has. So if you're skeptical of the fruit jar, you can go with the copper thumpers, and they'll be mounted the same way, and it'll really give you the about the same kind of output that you would expect from the fruit jar thumpers. Myself, I like the fruit jar thumpers. That's like Moonshine amusement park to me. Watch it go. You can kind of figure out what's going on in that pot by the jar. So that's I can sit and stare at that for hours. That's kind of neat. Another thing is that we see coming up here. It looks like Dawsonville Moonshine is going to be into the NASCAR group setup, whatever racing. And you got Bill Elliott, the old, or I shouldn't say old, but retired driver, and the Dawsonville Moonshine Distillery and Georgia Mountain Apple Pie are going to be releasing a new line of moonshine products. Bunch of flavors coming up, and who knows what else, but they're going to have some blackberry cobbler that's scheduled to be released, apple brandy, the usual apple pie, of course, but look into that. That might be kind of fun. I guess I would like to try that cobbler once, I guess. I don't know much about it. I don't know how far it goes, if you have to have a gallon per gallon type deal, or if it's a cup to a gallon. I have no idea what any of that is about. But anyway, sounds like fun. Just another way to play with the shine. And the Hatfield and McCoy TV show is getting a lot of people wanting it back on the air. And yeah, I guess I do too. That was kind of a cool show. They're a little bit scripted, but it was pretty neat. They did a lot of fun stuff on there, and I kind of feel the same way about Moonshiners. They got so many new people coming and going, and it's the old cast with the real. Well, I shouldn't say they're not all real moonshiners, but the ones that kind of got it off the ground, the roots of the whole show, and you don't see those guys so much anymore. And I wish they'd bring that back that way. And some interesting reading here from a photo that I found. But anyway, excuse me, it's called Squirrel Gravy and Feed Sack Underwear. So you'd have to look that up. I don't even have a link to that thing, but it's tales from the good old days in the East Tennessee mountains. So that I always like to find something like that and look up a little history and check it all out, find out a little more about the area and some of the people that were here. Yesterday, I took a ride with Sandy from Dixie Queen Stills. We went up seeing Jim Tom at his promo. I can't think of the name of the liquor store up in Madisonville. Busy though, I'll tell you that. I mean, the line was long, not much time to chat. Everybody wanted a picture. Jim Tom's probably the most photographed man in America now. Seems like it to me anyway. Everywhere you go on the Moonshine thing, you got Jim Tom getting a picture taken with somebody. Pretty famous guy, pretty cool guy. So that's all right. And let's see. Oh, okay, well, in Dixie Queen Stills, they're gonna have some more Roy Groom stills brought in the next week or two. Roy's finishing those up. I just happened to eavesdrop on the conversation yesterday. I gotta be nosy, otherwise I can't find anything out for you. Let's see what else is going on. Oh, here, this is kind of cool. Singer Caitlin Baker. She's a friend of mine on Facebook. Cool person, a lot of talent. But anyway, she has a brand new hot sauce out there. Yeah. Now check that out. Yeah. It's called Caitlin the Heat. Well, let's see here. I gotta enlarge this picture just a little bit. I don't want to screw this up too bad. Of course, probably won't be any worse than anything else I do. Okay. Caitlin Baker's burn sauce. And I guess that's in relationship to a song that she does. It was inspired by the artist's debut single Burn. Okay. I got it. Now Caitlin won't be jumping on me for that, for screwing that up. But anyway, I'd give that a try. I haven't seen it locally yet. But if you go to CaitlinBaker.com, I'm sure you can find it there somehow. Track it down or track her down on Facebook and send her a message, whatever you have to do. You'll be able to get yourself some of that stuff. What else we got here going on? Well, okay, we posted that's good. We had puppies around here, so they're on the air with me here today. That's kind of nice. To really appreciate that. Pappy's got some, what the heck here, from Moonshine Rednecks, Rich, or Pappy as he's known on there. They have a pear moonshine recipe. You might want to go on and check that out. It sounds pretty good, actually. I was looking at all the ingredients here, and it sounds like it would make a pretty decent batch. So if you like the pear stuff, if you're into the fruit moonshine, you might want to give that a try. Pear season's like here right now. So I'd check into that. What else we got going on here? Okay, go over to this one. It's easier now with this new site. I don't have to sit and read it off a piece of paper. You always could hear that paper crunching in the background. So anyway, well, as far as myself goes, I have to go find a dehydrator somewhere. I malted about 15 pounds of wheat, which is probably 14 pounds more than I need. So we're going to have to do something about that. So if anybody needs some of that, get a hold of me. We'll get it in the mail. I'm not trying to compete with any of the people that are doing it for a living. I just have more that I'm going to use. So we'll go from there. And what else we got going on here today? Oh, doesn't appear to be too much. I got to take care of these dogs. This is hilarious, but I know it can be a pain for you guys. And I'm going to work on getting people on here today so we can call in or just chime in basically and use your camera. You know, your face will be right on here if you want to, you know, if you got your hair combed and all that, if all that stuff's getting to you, you know, get your makeup on. And I don't know how many of the guys are wearing makeup, but you know what I mean. And from that, let's see. Well, we've been trying to get a new logo on this thing also. Uh, and that's going to probably do it for now because we're just kind of we're still practicing a little bit. And obviously you can hear that I got to go take care of some puppies and maybe meet Sandy down there at the store. I got to finish up with Still. And that'll probably about do it today. So, keep your corn dry, keep your fire low, and we'll talk to you a little bit later.